Welcome back. I'm Shaq. We got ourselves another video. Kittie Rose, not Kita, Kittie. She now just did a video exposing Randy and Kita.
Oh my God, I don't know what to do. My whole brain is crying. Guys.
Those two are crazy. If you see the video, those two are crazy. You know, I only watch a little bit of it, only see a little bit of it, and then I come to my humble abode and I record. But the little bit I seen, those two are nuts. All the random information that these two leave out and pretends not recorded or they didn't text, it's crazy. How can two people tell people so much information and then when they get mad, that information just doesn't exist in their heads no more?
I forgot.
That's an actual mental illness. It gotta be an illness for you to literally erase the past in the world whenever you get upset. And I'm telling y'all right now, Randy and Kita, if you were friends with them, you need to go get yourself checked.
Paging Dr.
You gotta go do something because I don't know what's wrong with you. You gotta get diagnosed with a person with a coat that prescribes medicine for you to think that these two over here, they're swell guys or swell women. But hold up, just hitting this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell, and in the comment section, give me a thumbs up or heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip. Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
First things first, the address situation. Since it's been told that I doxed or that I leaked Kita's address, let me just go ahead and have that conversation first. At this point, I had already cut Randy off. And at this point, me and Kita had already had a deep conversation. There was a lot of things that came up in those conversations that confirmed that it was the right decision for me to cut Randy off. Now, Randy, because I'm sure you're going to see this video, you wanted to know why I cut you off. There was a conversation you had with me that rubbed me the wrong way. You were telling me about something that your stepson, your oldest stepson was going through, and I'm going to say bottles because you'll know what that conversation is. That conversation rubbed me the wrong way.
What did she say? You said something about the guy that you're with, son? That's problematic. Just for everybody to know, I'm treating everybody the exact same. I'm going to just take what Kittie Rose is saying as true for the content. But that's problematic. If that's what's happening, she is running around talking mess about children? Children? Or adults that are the children of the guy that you're with. That's wild.
Because I'm a stepmother and I'm a mother. And I tried to let it slide. But when Kita reached out to me that summer, and you know, she was saying that she realized that I had unfollowed her and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's weird for her to reach out to me. I thought she wouldn't rock with me like that. Once I reached out to you and I asked you, and I'm going to make sure that I show that, you usually know a lot of things. That was June 23rd. I said, hey, love, is there something going on? Kita texted me last night. I was trying to talk to her in person about the message. I noticed HY saw my stories after. I noticed pattern, but figured I'd ask you. She hasn't responded to my text nor call. You said, oh, honey, I have no idea. You know, I'm over here gardening. Did you unfollow her? I said, yes, ma'am. I told you. Lo saw her stories and I figured it's why she texted me too. I don't know. I just figured I'd ask because I was confused. You said, I'm hollering. I told you.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, she's pretty good at reading. I would have stumbled at least 4 times. She's doing a great job. She might teach children.
I know you, and it's the same thing that your ex-assistant and your ex-best friend highlighted. You have a tendency to know when things are going on, but you will play your hand like you don't.
She's
and
a liar.
That's the reason why I reached out to you. Because any other time, if it was your drama, man, you would have been on that phone going back and forth in text, calling and all that. And I didn't like the energy. Me and Kita finally have a conversation. A lot of things came out in that conversation. You accused me of stealing your idea. You accused me of stealing a moment to excel from you. This is after you had conversations with Ace and his team without my presence about the tour that I came up with. On the West Coast leg, you rode with me, my husband, and my best friend. You and your husband rode with us. You saw the meeting with the web designer. You saw the meetings that me and Beverly were having about a moment to excel. But you told Kita that I stole the idea. Many of the reasons why I just decided me and you could never be cool again. Let's leave a moment to excel with me. This is my baby, and I really want it to be a moment to excel with Kittie Rose. I love to bring you on as a guest speaker. I won't take any of your ideas because I believe we can put together one of your original plans and use your concept of the bundles and cards. I've already put so much into it.
Well, this is just reading text messages. This is messy. But you know, content is content. A win's a win.
On top of that, percentages, agreements, and legalities would be too much considering how far in it I already am. Let's do the concept you had earlier in the year and last year. you can bring me on as a guest or a co-host. You said that makes absolute sense. Because I was going to say I didn't want to do the book immediately, wanted to wait until January or February to release that. Now, highlighted that because that was one of the things that Kittie told me that you said, the conversation between me and Ashley in just a minute, because you said I reached out to her. I'm going to show you that I didn't. Me and Kittie sat on the phone after all this stuff had came up, after we've gone screenshot for screenshot, text for text, and we like, wow, we both realized that you had an issue with the both of us. You played sides.
Let's be honest right now. If what you're saying is true, that means Kittie is retarded and crazy. For her to crash out like this, go crazy at you, telling all your business, and then still be friends with Randy, if what you're saying is true, she's crazy and retarded. And I need everybody to know that. That's disturbing for a person to know that this other person is doing like sneaky things, but to stay their friend and to crash out on you. That's wild. If you're going to crash out, do an actual crash out. Don't be retarded with it. That's only if this is true.
Kittie tells me that her address was leaked. And I believe she said it was in January or something like that. I go through all of our messages to January, me and your messages, Randy. And this is January of 2024. This is a conversation you had between you and Natasha. You said to Natasha, "Hey, beautiful, I hope all is well. We have boxes that belong to Kittie and Ace from merch in my garage. And don't worry, I'm going to post it here. Are we allowed to put that shipping on our invoice this week? I'd also like to speak to you about a couple of concerns from this weekend." She said, "Hey, love, I'm on the road. We'll follow up when I get home. Hold on to shipping, please." Awesome. I had a great talk with Ace. Everything outside of the boxes are handled. I'll hold the boxes for Ace, but Kittie's products has to get out of my garage. She was rude to me all weekend, didn't speak, blocked me on social media. I won't have someone's products that's disrespecting me. That's the conversation between you and Natasha. You said you told Kels he had one day to send a shipping label or it was in the trash. Kels sent 2 of the same shipping labels and called to ask if we would go to FedEx to help iron it out. No, sir. Have Kittie make a video to get her attention. Adios. After Ashley told me everything that you were conspiring against us on, the revenge that you were seeking, how you were as a person, the things you said about me, the things you said about Kittie, the things you said about Ace. I asked Ashley at the end of that conversation, I said, "I'm going to ask you a question. Did Randy leak Kittie's address?" Ashley said, "Yes."
Well, I guess Ashley is the leak in this situation. How many of these people do y'all have that when they get upset, they just throw all the business out? There's a lot of them in there. I now see why Tripp left. Tripp left this group because they was going to say something about him. Somebody was going to tell us that Tripp like to see little people dress up like clowns to get it on while he in a room watching. Somebody was going to say that. I'm not saying that's true, but someone's going to say it. That's why Tripp like, I can't be here. I got to get out of this. It ain't about you wanting to be a rapper, Tripp. Don't lie to us.
Well, Randy came up with the idea. She told a cousin or something like that. And that cousin told a friend, and that was the person who actually leaked it. Yeah. The crazy thing about this, since y'all are kumbayaing together, is Ashley confirmed that on the phone with Kittie after me and Kittie got off the phone. I didn't even want to tell the girl because I was heartbroken. My mom's was there. My husband was there. My best friend was there. Everybody was a witness to that.
So Kittie is retarded.
We didn't want to tell her. This is a conversation on IG between me and your ex-best friend / assistant. I signed an NDA, but the girl always talking about suing someone. I already knew she was talking about you, Randy. You must have seen my deleted story from yesterday. She said I did, but yesterday was the day I blocked her on everything. Gave her back her passwords to everything and quit working for her. She did confirm that you bully people. She said you bully your husband. I'm sorry.
I knew it. We all knew it. Who did not know that Randy bullies her husband? And let's rant about it with Anton. Everybody knows that lady, if she's actually married, that husband is a simp. Thank you. So that means her assistant even told that her husband's a simp and she's a bully to her husband. I knew it all along. I thought I was just attacking somebody for nothing. I had in my head thinking, you can't be married. You are the actual statue, a statue for a retarded lady who is single and a baby mother. Like, she was this statue for it. I would expect Randy to have 7 kids by 7 different guys, and she still walk around thinking that she's great. I would think that.
She said she wanted to say something to me sooner, but she was trying to find her own exit strategy.
I'm sorry for the voice note. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I got both my kids here, so I can't text right now, but I will tell you this. She honestly thinks that everybody is attempting to steal ideas from her while literally telling me Kita is too dumb to steal Ace's whole idea. You don't have the ability to execute stealing the tonight's conversation, like, I guess not platform, but like outline to do it for yourself. And basically with Let's Rant About It, that's exactly what she's done, from the card game to basically everything. And then like turns around and brags to people outside of tonight's conversation about it. So, you know, she keeps people around her that enable her to feel how she feels because they're not going to check her. And then at the point that they do, she turns around and makes it a them thing. But this is also coming from somebody who told a man she would spit on him and then let her husband deal with him. So, you know, I don't put anything past her at this point. And I really tried because, like, I'm a good person. And I'll work with anybody that, you know, especially like when we're supposed to be friends, but then to, you know, turn around and go through what I went through Saturday, only for her to turn around and talk about it on Facebook and take it to the internet, even without tagging me. Like, you knew that I knew you were going to know that you were talking about me. And to do that to one of your friends and somebody who works for you when they're having one of their lowest moments that they've had in a long time, like, it was really heartbreaking and crushing. And then to try to play victim, like, I'm glad you feel like I'm a safe space, but I can't be that for you, but you expect me to be that for you is some weird shit. I think it's going to get to a point to where eventually somebody's going to get tired enough of her to just expose her. I'm not really built like that because, baby, I've done a lot of actual, like, true therapy and work on myself to not indulge in my darkness even when somebody is clearly playing in my face. And I sent that stuff to you just so you knew that I knew, you know, that I was, and I'm not saying that I didn't think you believed me. I just wanted there to be proof outside of her trying to go back through and like delete text messages and things like that. Cause I know she's sitting over there scared right now, wondering like what's on my mind. But honestly, I don't want to destroy her or anything. Like, honestly, I just want her to stay far the F away from me and mine.
All right, first off, let's get one thing straight. You said you was trying not to do messy things or whatever the word is, which you did. You started passing around information. You partaked in it, so you can't get yourself out of it. It's called accountability. You're going to have to accept it, my sister. Other thing, you got kids, you're a stay-at-home mom, you ain't even supposed to be dealing with any of this. The fact that you were friends of Randy is a problem to me. I need all of them to accept that. The fact that y'all are friends with Randy or Kita is a problem itself. That's crazy. But back to Randy. Randy is crazier than a fish with titties. She is so damn crazy. I don't know how did they end up talking to Randy for a long period of time. She said she was going to spit on somebody and get her husband to do something. And people kept talking to her. That's wild.
When I came onto the tour, there was already an issue with me. And Kittie, you know about this. It was August 27th of 23. The whole ordeal in DC, I believe Ace called you my name by mistake. This is before we had even went on. I think this is probably when y'all were doing like the VIP session and stuff like that, because I know I had came in late. He called you the wrong name. I guess there was an ordeal before I had came on. I saw you and Kels talking. You were pretty upset. You said that you had helped him make $1 million. You want to go help him make another $1 million. When I heard that, I said, hey, do y'all need a second to yourself? You said yes. I let y'all have that. August 27th at 2:05, I said, I'm going to watch your table. Had no idea it was about me. You threw a full fit. It wasn't until Randy came and told me that you were upset about the wrong name being called. Yeah, I guess Ace had called you the wrong name and you said that he didn't take it serious or something like that. Randy had that conversation with me. Ace and his team was talking to me and my husband because I'm always the rational one, right? I'm always the one who's mature and I can make sense of stuff, right?
Did you just say a grown woman threw a fit because she was called the wrong name? Even though y'all names are close. Even y'all names aren't close. She threw a fit. That's wild. What's that called? Ain't that called being entitled? or some type of power thing. Like it's a power problem. For that to be the thing that made you throw a fit is so crazy that you are supposed to be fired a long time ago. The fact that he kept you and Randy there for so long, Ace, is back to you being the problem in my eyes again. You make bad decisions. I would have fired them so fast. I don't care if I would called you the Monopoly man. If you throw a fit because I messed up calling your name, I would have, you're fired, get out. Take you in your stomach and get out. Did it in a heartbeat.
And so after that, it was just a whirlwind of problems after that. I felt like it wasn't just the name that was the issue, which then that's when Randy had told me that I made you feel dumb on stage. And you said to Randy, I made you feel like you needed to read books or something like that. And I'm not being funny when I say that, because you told me the same exact thing when we was at the park. As a matter of fact, when we had the conversation. And I told you didn't need that. You didn't need to do all of that. We all bring something to the conversation. All of us do. You're the comedic perspective.
You don't gotta make her feel better. You ain't gotta make her feel better by saying these things. If she feel dumb on stage, motherfucker, go read a book. What are you talking about? You ain't gotta justify for a grown woman feeling foolish. She is foolish. Nigga, please. What are you doing? Dark chocolate sister. All that, I wouldn't did none of that. You make me feel like I need to go read a book. You should. You should definitely go read a book. All you just told me is that you believe comedians are dumb. They're not. You are dumb. That's about it. So she's really doing this off of jealousy and insecurity of her own intelligence. If that's what's true, it makes sense.
But I warned you, Kittie, even about Randy. And that's why I say I find it funny that y'all clicked up on me, a mutual hate on me. After we really got a chance to sit down and have conversations, we both agreed. Randy played both sides. Because I hear the things that y'all are saying about financial abuse and stuff like that. I didn't go through that. Now,
because them heifers probably lying.
For me to highlight another thing, prior to all of this shenanigans with Natasha, and I agreed to my same rate. You know why? Because I didn't want to lose the people who were still on the panel. Kittie, that was your trip. I was willing to keep whatever number I needed to keep if it meant that y'all would get paid more. So for y'all to sit here and say, because I'm fine, I'm comfortable with the rate that I have. Me and my family are good. I'm not a greedy person at all. And
so the Kittie lady was even splitting money. She was breaking bread, keeping the same rate and saying, I'm not finna go up at all. I just want y'all to stay here. That's wild. And the thing is, she's showing messages. Kittie, I ain't gonna lie to you, your whole thing finna fall apart now. You gonna have to TikTok your off.
It's because I asked about the other comedian woman that he was talking about bringing on. Now, mind you, you have threatened this man to not return multiple times. So I think at this point, he formed a backup just in case. Whenever you don't have your way, we already know how it goes. You throw a tantrum. You're doing it now. Whenever you don't have your way, you would throw a tantrum and you'll make demands. And I think at this point, he got tired. For y'all to be talking about this whole situation as if y'all didn't have a hand in anything shows a lot.
This lady is literally whipping y'all behinds right now, because that made sense. Who wouldn't? If you throw tantrums like what everyone keeps saying, even when you was on the phone and you sound like a chain smoking dude,
but I'm still f***ing around with your now. I said we were friends, but we ain't that goddamn close until we make a motherfucking deal. So make it, nigga, and make the right one.
Who wouldn't have a backup plan for that person? Oh boy, she's good.
One more thing to add before I get off, because I actually have. If I leaked your address, why would you be in my home? For anyone watching, separate the hate for 2.2 seconds. If I leaked your address, why would you be in my home? Not on one occasion, on multiple occasions you've come with me.
Boy, y'all had a whole lot of alcohol in that house. You messed up. Oh God, Kittie, you look stupid right now. Like, you just ignored all the evidence?
To the movies together, we hung out. I've invited you places. You've invited me places. Why would I do that? If I leaked your edges, baby, you would have never known my stuff because you could have used it against me one day. You've been in my home. I don't get that. I asked you what the problem was. I figured that the main issue was the simple fact that maybe I asked Ace, hey, is this other comedic woman supposed to be coming on? And I talked to you about that because if she's coming on, the same conversation I had with him, what room does it make for Keita? It doesn't make sense. We have one person who's comedic relief and the other person that's comedic relief. And he said his hands were tied. Why? You had already started making your threats. You did the same thing in Dallas. Honestly, baby, because I don't even hate you for the things that you have said about me. I don't even hate y'all for the lies. I don't.
You do. Don't you lie. You hate them. All these receipts, text messages, videos proving that they're wrong, that they've been lying on you. You hate them. I know you hate them because I would hate them. Don't let me catch them walking on the sidewalk and I'm driving the car. Let Jesus take the wheel. We're going to see if he's going to save you or not. You ain't got to lie, Kitty.
If I were a person who had this big podcast that goes on tour and stuff like that, and I had two people who either ran guest off or kept up a lot of conflict or antagonized me and kept causing problems, I would have stopped working with them too. I think maybe before both of you all keep on talking about what you would, no, as a matter of fact, what other people keep doing to you, behind the scenes, what was your behavior like? What would be the reason why somebody will stop working with the both of you? But I made sure to insert it just so I can make sure that maybe you all can joggle some of y'all memory and make sure, and maybe it can help just the people watching better understand why you all are no longer there.
That still takes away. That takes away from the fact that that's why. That's why we don't like you, bro.
So
that's why we don't
I'm so
like
glad
you.
you said it, and it's noted.
Yeah, I just met you today. I didn't know who you were before we got here.
Cussing at me.
It's the ignorance.
Cussing at me.
It's the ignorance and the lack of knowledge.
No, baby. So this is where we have a problem.
I'm gonna do
You ain't got to cuss at me. You ain't got to be disrespectful. Have I disrespected you?
Yeah.
So you gonna do whatever you want, and then what? Then what happens? You do whatever you want. Then what's the next move?
Yeah.
You're not
Then I'm
very
wrong when I
soft about
retaliate,
it.
right?
Where's
I have
the
been
feminine
respectful.
energy
I have been
at?
respectful.
masculine.
I've been
So
respectful
masculine.
towards you. Y'all poke the bear. Then when someone check you like feminine,
You came in here upset. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, you came in here upset.
Excuse me.
When I tried to say hi, and you had an issue because I stitched a video.
Oh,
It's
please.
social media. You gotta get over it.
Welcome to tonight's conversations,
And
mother.
y'all,
Now I'm a hoe, but you can't be a.
Randy,
You a hoe ass.
Keita and Randy.
I beat her ass. She's been disrespectful since I walked through the door.
Yeah, no.
Just because she doesn't understand, not my problem.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to baby the. I don't care about her.
Y'all,
Who the is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
we represent everybody here.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
No,
right.
no, listen.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
ain't just no.
You want me to
this-
apologize? I will.
I didn't even see that last part. Those are the two. Ace, what you thinking? What are you thinking keeping them? You gonna try to soft voice talk to two wild banshees? Big scream. That's wild. Kitty exposed Keita and Randy. I don't know how y'all two gonna get like another podcast job. Guess Keita gonna have to go to Randy's place, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how long you gonna last with Anton and on 2K. Those two are truthful. They tell the truth. I ain't seen none of this coming. But what I can say is all of y'all did that to yourselves by being around those two. After listening to Randy talk on one episode, I realized that I couldn't even be in a room with her. My mama even said that you shouldn't be in a room with like spirits like that. Ain't nothing good finna come of this. Y'all sat there day after day around those two. And then when one got fired, you sat there with one of them there. Y'all tripping. I would catch Keita in a Denny's and I'd kick her knee out. That's what I would do. I ain't mad at you. I am. These two are some lying heifers.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that's doo-doo, baby.